Alright everybody, we're back for part 2. Gonna go ahead and finish off reviewing our latest tournament, bounty tournament for $11 entry. First place I think was somewhere in the $300-400 range, so not too bad for a $10 buy-in. Last video we finished it off being in third place with 56 players left. Now this tournament, I can't say that I finished off as strong as I would have hoped. Still, we played good, went on tilt a little bit, made some poor decisions. Looking back on it, I definitely shouldn't have done. Definitely just let emotion take over and, But hey, that's poker. We're gonna go into it, review it. If you guys like the video, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, all of that. We're gonna be posting more. Gonna be posting more live games eventually. So let's get into it. All right, getting right into it. Our first pretty decent hand getting into part 2 of this video. We get dealt king queen offsuit. Guy to the right of us is going to raise up to 800, and we're obviously not going anywhere with a monster hand like this. Flop comes out queen 5 deuce rainbow, gives us top pair with a pretty good kicker. This guy's going to lead out. I'm going to raise him up to 1700. Should get this guy out of the way, and it does. And now we have to wait and see what he does. He's going to go ahead and make the call. Turn is going to come out 7 of spades, brings in backdoor flush draws. He's checking it over to us. And right here, I think I went a little too aggressive. I went for about a third of the pot. I think I could have got some more value in there if I just went smaller. Tried to make it seem like I had a bluff going. But all in all, we won the hand, so it doesn't really matter. Either way, we're going to move into the next one with ace 5 offsuit. In the under the gun position, it looks like. Yep, big blinds to my right. Under the gun, we're going to call 400. This guy's going to raise us up to 2,000, and we're just going to go ahead and fold that hand. If it was suited, I might have called, but hey, we're not. We're here to play smart poker. Play strategically, play the right cards. And if he raised that big with the blinds being only at, I think it was 400, something like that. He obviously definitely had like ace king, ace queen, queens, kings, tens maybe. Definitely put him on that kind of range. And he got the table to fold around anyway. So moving on to our next hand, we got 10 jack offsuit. Gonna call a $1,000 raise. Rest of the table is gonna fold up until lazy days goes all in for 10K. Now I am a pretty big leader in this tournament, so I thought about calling. Got a little greedy, but then I brought myself back down to earth, and I told myself, no, fold is the right move. Once again, if he's going all in for his tournament life, he probably has at least a pocket pair in his hand, or maybe ace king, something like that, and any of those hands dominate me. Let's keep it moving. King deuce of clubs on the button, I'm sorry. And flop is going to come out 10-9-4 rainbow. Don't really love it. Turn comes a 5 of diamonds, completes the rainbow, so no flush draws. This guy's going to lead out for 500. And I think our best bet here is to just fold. Realistically, we don't have anything out there. If we do get the king, it's with the worst kicker imaginable. So, granted, I think with a king, I'd still be ahead most of the time. But we're going to go ahead and move on to the next hand. The guy ended up folding, and he took down the pot at the turn. Next hand, we have king 10 offsuit under the gun. We're going to call the $500 blinds. And then Jason, Andy over here is going to take his sweet time to make a call. Flop is going to give us a gut shot to a straight. Gut shot to Broadway. I also have the king of clubs, which gives me backdoor flush possibilities, So I have some outs here. We're looking good on this hand. We're obviously going to raise it up. Again, I think I got too greedy here, betting out the 1,500. But we get Jess to fold, and then Jason is going to make the call. Turn comes the 7 of clubs. Completes flush draws if he had any. And the fact that he's checking leads me to believe that he doesn't really have anything. So we're going to go strong, put him in for 3,000, about a third of his stack. Should be strong enough to get him to fold. And he does not, unfortunately. Makes the call. Took a while to do it. If he had the flush already, he would have definitely snap called me. We're gonna put him all in, put him to the test, see what he got. And wow, yeah, he slow rolled me. He's gonna take down that pot and double up. We're still looking good. We're in third place of the tournament with 43 players left. And we got some work to do, man. Really hated losing that pot. Tried to prevent it from putting me on tilt because I really wanted to knock this guy out of the tournament. But, like I said, we just got to come back down to earth, play smart poker. In the big blinds, it's going to fold around to me. We're going to take down the pot. It's a pretty insignificant amount of money at this point. And now, next hand, we're going to get dealt Queen Jack offsuit. Jess is going to raise it up to 1,800, and we're obviously not going anywhere. We're going to re-raise them to 3K. And goes into the tank for a little bit before deciding to go all in. Now, I have more than enough to cover. I'm in third place, but I really thought that going for the fold was the best option. I didn't want to risk running into aces or ace king, something like that, a hand that dominates me all the time. But hey, we're going to play smart. Moving into the next hand, we see pocket twos. Pocket deuces, baby. Deuces never lose. Isn't that the saying? And it might lose here because flop comes out Jack, Jack 8, 2 hearts. But the turn is beautiful. We see a 2 of diamonds, gives us the boat. And thankfully enough, we see a re-raise. And we have to put him in for, no. Oh, so confusing. I couldn't decide on a good value. I was going to put him all in, but then I decided if he didn't have the flush, definitely was not going to call me there. So I decided on 5,000, but clearly too much. He folded. Maybe with a $2,000 bet, he would have called. Maybe he would have saw it as a bluff, but hey, doesn't matter. Moving into the next hand, and we get pocket tens. Like, this is amazing. Honestly, pocket tens have been really bad to me lately. The last 4 times I've gotten pocket tens, I've been busted out of a tournament. So, we're here with some revenge. We need pocket tens to hold out for us. And luckily enough for us on the flop, we do see a 10. Although it is Jack 10 ace, which King Queen brings in the straight. Don't really love that. There's 2 hearts out there. But regardless of not, we're going to push him all in. And we're going to see what he got. He has Queen King 4 ace straight, and we are screwed. Yep, just like that, we double our opponent up. Hate to see it. We drop down to frickin' 7th place, man. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. Even with the 3 of a kind, I can never seem to win with pocket tens. I don't know why. Maybe I should just start folding pocket tens, honestly. Even in live games, my buddy hosts at his house, every time I've gotten pocket tens, somehow I seem to freaking lose, even with a crappy board. Some dude always manages to have 2 pair or a set, something like that, and it's just, it's disgusting. Next hand, next relevant hand to say the least, we drew dead for a little bit there, just folded, threw a round. But we're going to move into Jack 9 offsuit, and we're going to flop top pair with 2 hearts out there. Turn comes a 4, pretty insignificant. This guy's betting 600 into a $3,900 pot. Definitely seems like could be trying to trap me, but he does not. He only had King 4 suited, so yeah, I can see what he was going for. He was going for the flush, but it doesn't get there, thankfully enough for me, and we win a pot. We needed it. Get some morale back, because right now we're not looking too good. I was in freaking 3rd place, and we dropped down to 8th. We're getting good cards, though. We're getting good cards. We get Jack 10 suited. And the flop is not going to go our way whatsoever. Comes out ace 8-8 rainbow. Gives us some backdoor straight draws, but realistically we're not banking on that. We're just going to go ahead and fold. We are going to call it quits here. You know, Jess is short stacked, and just like I thought so, she is going to go all in. After the turn comes a king. She most likely has an ace X, king X, some type of holding like that. She's putting her tournament life at risk, and she's going to take it down. Nice little double up for her. Next hand, going to see king 9 offsuit. Not the greatest of hands, but still brings in possibilities for a straight. 9's a king. And 9 isn't too bad of a kicker. Obviously, we still lose to any king 10, king queen, king jacks. Moving into the flop, again, we are going to completely whiff it. And it's going to be 10-3-3 rainbow. And it's just disgusting. Ugh. We're obviously going to fold here. Move into our next hand after drawing dead for a little bit longer. Looks like we are in 9th place with 33 players left at this point. And we get dealt ace queen in the big blinds. Love to see it. Hopefully we can get a call here and maybe take down some of his money. We're obviously going to raise him up. Not too much, just an extra big blind. And we're going to see what he got. See if he has the cojones to call me. We're going to flop top pair. Love to see it. Ace 9 deuce rainbow. I think we're very much in the lead at this point. I really doubt he has ace king, and he definitely didn't because he folded right away. And very next hand, we're going to see another semi-premium, ace 8 of clubs. Honestly, one of my favorite hands because I've turned this hand into a flush many times. It's been very lucky to me. So let's go. Let's move it in. Jess is going to raise it up to 1600. We're obviously not going anywhere with a monster hand like this. And the flop comes queen, queen, 3. 2 diamonds out there, baby. Another brick for us. Full tilt. It's starting to rise. And it's just like man, I can't get anything. Can't get anything to go my way. Turn comes a 7 of hearts. Still has nothing to do with us. And I think we're in a check fold situation. And we're going to see a 3 of a kind. Now, any one of those pocket pair makes a boat. 3 beats me, 7 beats me. I don't care though. We're on tilt, baby. We're going to raise them up and take that thing down. Bang. $6,000 pot heading our way. Ace 8. Like I said, man, that hand has always been lucky to me. I always seem to find a way to win with that specific hand. Moving into our next one, baby. We got ace deuce spades. Raise it up to 1600. Get all the weak players out of the way. Anybody with any ace jack, ace 10, ace X holdings, they're definitely going to call me all day. So it's nice to go heads up with somebody when you have a good hand. Definitely good to take away variance. Eliminates possibilities of holdings he could have. We're going to raise him up to 6,000. Put her all in, and she is not gonna call us. She does not want any of that action. Move into our next hand. We're making a little comeback, baby. We're in 5th place. 30 players left. Ace 6 offsuit. We're going to see 2 spades out there. Helps our flush draws. Then turn comes the deuce of spades. And the river comes the 7 of spades. We love it. There is a straight out there, so hopefully that can call us. And he does indeed, and we're going to take it down with the flush, the nut flush, obviously. Not necessarily the nut flush, actually. Looking back on that hand when I was reviewing it, there was a possibility for a straight flush, but any straight flush would have jammed me all in after my raise. So that was definitely out of the question. Next hand, king 10 offsuit. Flop is going to come ace 10 6 with 2 diamonds out there. So our possibilities for flushes are completely out the window. We flop middle pair. Not too bad. Definitely worth seeing a call at least. If he has an ace, he definitely has us beat. But I think he's aiming more. I'm putting him more on a diamond draw. We're going to raise him up, and I don't think he got there. And I was wrong. Clearly, he had ace queen. So those chips I just won, go ahead and give them right back. We're not looking too good. Dropped down to 12th place when we were in 3rd at one point. Just making poor decisions, man. I should have checked behind. He was trapping me. I should have realized, but hey, I mean, that's why we do these videos. We're here to We're here to review hands, we're here to review our play, and we're trying to get better. That's really all we're doing. This hand, we get dealt King Jack offsuit, and we turn a flush after 4 straight diamond cards. And the river comes another diamond, the 10 of diamonds, brings in possibilities for straight flushes, but we're going to put her all in and see if she has anything. She doesn't. I'm going to take down a $15,000 pot. Nice to win a pot and get some of my money back. And next premium, Queen 8 of diamonds. Love to see it. Guy to the right of us is going to raise it up to 2,000. We're obviously not going anywhere with a hand like this. If it was unsuited, I probably would have just folded, but hey, that's not the case. And this guy is going to go all in. Ugh, that's so gross. Big blind raises it all in, and I'm definitely folding here. I don't want anything to do with that hand. Let's just let him take it down. Moving into the next one, we see King 9 offsuit. Pretty decent hand. Don't really love it. Tilt meter is a little bit up right now, so I think if I was level-headed, I would have just folded, but luckily enough, it folds right back around to me, and we're going to take it down. Next hand in the under the gun position, we see King Jack offsuit. Again, we're raising it up. We need to win some money. Gotta get back some chips. Luckily enough, looks like this one might fold back around, and it does. And we take down 2 straight hands, add a 6K to our stack. We love to see it. Next hand, King 3 offsuit in the big blind. We're already in it. I would have folded this hand if I was not in the blinds, but that's not the case here, so obviously we got to see what the flop comes out. Guy's going to raise it up to 4,800, and there we go. That's where our fold comes in. Moving into, seems like the same hand. I think I was most likely doing something on my settings, and I had to cut out a quick little section. But nevertheless, Serpay over here, he's raising it up big time. He's got something in his hand. Yup, had pocket queens. I'm glad I got out of there, and he claims that bounty. Nice, good for him. Wish it was us, but hey, it's not. Next hand in the small blind, we got 9-5 of diamonds. Gives possibilities for straight flush, although not really, because that is very unlikely. We do flop top pair, so that's pretty good. We're going to raise it up. Don't love that there's 2 hearts out there, but hey, this is poker. We got to run a risk. Turn is going to come another deuce, which gives us the boat. Going to raise it up again. And what is this guy? What could he have that he's calling us with? We're betting for value here, trying to see it. Okay, here we go. And wow, man, I completely punted off over half my stack. I am in shambles right now. Tilt meter is completely off the charts. This guy had a full house too. Had pretty much the same hand as me, but also had the deuce, which gave him a 4 of a kind. Which is, oh my god, that's so disgusting. And then to add insult to injury, we're going to get dealt 9-3 in the big blinds. And the big blinds at this level are 1,200. Disgusting. We get some life back. Moving into the next hand, we get pocket kings. Love to see it. Guy to the right of us, F an amateur. He raises to 3,000. We're obviously going to re-raise him to 4,800. And he's going to go along for the call. Beautiful. Now, obviously, we got to bet for some value here. Got to go 2,400. This is into a $12,000 pot. I thought maybe he would see it as a bluff, but he didn't take the bait. Regardless of not, we're going to take it down back up to 29K. And we're not looking too good, guys. We're in 17th place out of 23. Scratch that, make that 18th place. We just lost position a little bit. But we get dealt a premium. I love to see it. In the big blind, ace-9 of spades. F an amateur, what do you got for us? We're going to raise you up. 3 more big blinds. You got it in you? You don't. We're going to take it down. Making a small little comeback. And then just like that, we get aces after drawing dead for a couple of hands. And we don't want to scare anybody off. We just want to make the call here and see if we could take down anything. Hopefully one of these guys raises. They do not, unfortunately. And we're definitely going to raise. We have to raise with pocket aces. And it looks like Serpay folds, and then Effin' Amateur is going into the tank for a little bit before eventually going with the fold. And moving into our next hand, we get dealt a pretty garbage hand. At least it's suited. 10-3 of diamonds in the $1,200 big blinds. That stuff, these blinds will really kill you if you don't have a big stack. And I punted away half my stack just a couple of minutes ago. I should have known he probably had a 4 of a kind. He was slow rolling me the entire time. Oh, it's disgusting. But we gotta get off of that. We gotta get that out of our minds and play smart poker. Unfortunately, after reviewing this video, and after you guys will shortly see, I did not play good poker. Tilt meter went all the way up. Not even gonna lie to you guys. Tilt meter was on the extreme right now. I pretty much dropped down to almost last place. Like, I was in 3rd place at one point. Dropped down to even, like, I can't remember what it was. I think it was like 8th. And then I just kept making bad decision after bad decision. It was just ridiculous. And honestly, looking back at that hand, who calls my raise with 9 deuce pre-flop? You know what I mean? That makes no sense. Makes no sense to me. But it's online poker, man. There's some degens out here that just play their hand however they want. They don't really care. King 7 of diamonds was a good hand, but I'm not calling it all in at this level just yet. We're only one person away from making the money. That's all we have to do is just fade one more knockout, and then we're at least getting paid. And we're going to call. Going to see 2 aces and a 5 on a rainbow board. Don't really love it. We're going to fold to his bet, and he's going to make a good amount of money off of us. Moving into our very next hand, we're going to see King 10 again in the big blinds. And pretty good hand. I really wish I could have taken advantage and done the raising here. But you know what? Thought about going all in. Decided that was not the right move. Until I just, decided to just rip it all in there and hope for a gutter. And we do get the flush. We freaking double up, baby. 41K in our stack. We're still alive. I really wish I had enough to cover him because I would have knocked him out and we would have secured cash. But hey, we're alive. That's all we can ask for right now. We get the suck out and we're still alive. Next hand we see ace queen offsuit. Board comes 9-10 king. Rainbow. And we got a gut shot to a straight with the jack. Gives us about 4 outs, but this guy's leading out for 7,000. Definitely just going to fold here. Makes the most sense. I can't just put all that money at risk over, what is it, like 10% chance of those cards coming out, something like that. I don't know. I'm not good with the numbers, but I know it's a very low percentage. Next hand, we're going to see King 7 of hearts. Last time we had this hand, we had it in diamonds, and we folded to an all-in. This time, we are not going to fold. We are going to at least see the flop. We need to see a flop. Hopefully, we can see all hearts, and that does not come our way. Poker gods are not looking down on us right now. We're going to see ace 10-4, all spades. All clubs. And we're obviously in a check fold scenario here. There's too many people to bluff into. Turn is going to be the 8 of clubs. Completes any 1-card club holdings. Anybody who has a king of clubs, queen of clubs, they're definitely going to start calling. Could be slow playing here with all the checking. But like I said, we're in a check fold scenario. Any bet, we are definitely folding. And hopefully we could just get this through. It's gonna be an official chop. Love to see it. This guy was in there with 10 deuce. The Doyle. Rest in peace to the legend, but come on, man. 10 deuce offsuit. What are you doing in that pot? Okay, never mind. It looks like he was in the big blinds. That's why. We're gonna see ace 9 of clubs on the next hand. Definitely gonna call here. Again, man, the flop does not come our way. And we're just gonna lead out here for 4,200. Try to get him to fold his cards, and thankfully enough, he does. Adds a little more chips to our stack. We're up to 37K, and we're looking good. We're back in 11th place. We were looking a little bleak there, but hey, we're grinding it back. We're gonna see Jack 9 of diamonds, pretty good hand. We're gonna raise it up to 2,800, and cough drops over here, goes all in, and I decide to fold because obviously I'm not calling that. And now here is where I get really stupid with it. I get pair of sixes. And for some reason or not, I think I got the winning hand pre-flop. You know, I think I'm good. I don't got nothing to worry about. Backstorm, is that what that says? Yeah, Backstorm is going to go all in. I'm sorry, not all in. They're going to raise it up to 9K, and we're going to go all in. That's what I meant to say. We are going to go all in because I'm stupid. And he flopped 3 of a kind. So there goes our tournament life. We finished in 19th place, 1 out of the money. It's freaking disgusting, dude. Ew. Let's go to the outro, man. Alright, guys, so there you have it. Finished 19th out of, it was like 140, 120, something like that. But either way, had a pretty good run, good poker play. Towards the end there, not gonna lie, I went on tilt. Definitely could have made some better decisions. We finished 1 place away from being paid, which is very annoying, to be honest. I was very upset about that, but hey, that's poker, you know. You gotta play, review your hands, play smarter, and, you know, come back for revenge. And that's exactly what I did in my next video. If you guys like the video, comment, subscribe. We'll be back at it in a couple days. Let's go!